reason I'm showing you it's an inexpensive alternative to other stove systems. It's very light and relatively inexpensive. It costs 52 bucks, and I know if you bought a titanium pot it'd be 50 bucks, and if you bought a Snow Peak Gigapower stove it's another 50 bucks. That's 100 bucks right there. This comes in a little pan. It'll hold probably 3 cups. You generally only use 2 cups when you're cooking in the backcountry. Comes with a little stove which has a screw-on lid, so you can positively turn it off and open it up, turn it on. And the way these alcohol stoves work is you add a little bit of fuel, and you can quickly learn how much fuel to add just by doing it a few times. You light that up. You can't really see the flame a lot, and in the pot, this fits inside the pot, is a little windscreen, and this is what makes Caldera Cone and TrailDesigns stoves a total game changer for alcohol stoves. This windscreen is also a pot support, and you unfold it. You can get one made of titanium instead of the aluminum one. This is aluminum, but it costs a little bit more, but it works just fine. I have used a titanium one for years and it works fine. Has a little tongue and groove seam. It bends a little bit easier than titanium, but it unbends a little bit easier also. And then you put your pot inside the windscreen. I've already got a couple of cups of water in it. You set that over the stove, and it's very stable, and it's a total windscreen. You can be in a howling wind and it works just fine. And I know that if you have a Jetboil or a Gigapower or an MSR Pocket Rocket, those stoves are all faster than this in heating water. This takes 5.5 minutes. However, this is quiet, it's inexpensive, and it's very lightweight. So we'll just let that cook for a bit. Okay, that is a rolling boil, approximately 2 cups. It took 5.5 minutes. Now I'm going to set this aside. Now I'm going to show you an alternate type of fuel to use with a stove like this. This is a little tiny thing made by TrailDesigns. I don't know how many grams it is. It's like 5 grams. It's crazy light. Very light piece of aluminum foil. You put that on there. They call this the graham cracker. And this is for use with Esbit fuel. This is Esbit. Comes in a sealed pack. Very stable. You cut it open and take one of these blocks off and probably cut it in half for 2 cups. But I will I'm going to put a chunk of it here in this little holder, and this is about half of one of these tabs. I'm going to dump this warm water out on a rock. Now to light Esbit, it doesn't light real easy. It takes something pretty substantial like a windproof lighter, and that will light it. Once it's lit, it's going to go, and it pretty much burns until it's empty, and you get a feel for how much it takes to burn 2 quarts. I'm just going to put in one. I'm going to put in 1 cup, and we'll just see how long it takes to cook 1 cup. And if this is enough fuel for 1 cup, I think it is. This is now it's almost a rolling boil, but not quite. But it's definitely hot enough to drink. and it's probably not as fast as alcohol, and definitely not as fast as a jet boil, but it's quiet, light. The fuel, you can put it in a food drop, like if you're going to have it packed in by mules or whatever, or mailed to a post office. I don't think you're supposed to mail it because it's a flammable solid, but and looking at, I'm going to dump this water, looking at how much fuel of that original charge is left. That was half a tablet. We have plenty of fuel left. And basically you just let it burn out. We don't worry about it. And to put this pot away, we roll this sucker up. This is the windscreen / pot support. We put it in this nice little storage sleeve. Might have to start this over again and get it good and compact. Put it in the storage sleeve. Goes inside the pot here. I wonder if this would go inside. Probably not. That goes in the pot. Pot lifter goes in. You're probably going to put your cigarette lighter inside there, and your stove. If you use the Esbit stove, probably want to put the some Esbit fuel in there, and the graham cracker. This thing is made of titanium. I think the little pad underneath is aluminum. I've used them before on the Muir Trail, and they work just great. You can use them for many days. Especially if all you're doing is boiling water, this thing will boil water like crazy. So give it a try, and I think you'll like it. Thanks.